Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the final season of Mr. Robot. We're here once again at the end of another show. This always happens. It always feels like, didn't we just start this? Didn't we just start this show? And here we are entering the final leg. First things first, I have to apologize if you are in a region where the previous video got blocked. There's really nothing I can do about it. It was the music that got caught up in the system, not the episode itself, and it's in a part where I can't really edit around the music. Normally when that happens it just gets demonetized, but everyone can still see it, and I don't really make any money off of these videos anyway, so I just kind of leave it and like, yeah, fine, you put your adverts on it, okay? If that's what you need to do, whatever. But all I can do is apologize. There's not much I can do about it, sadly. But in recap of last episode, in case you couldn't miss it, I really liked it. I thought it was just an explosion of all our characters where they've been building up to over that season, and just a release. It also shifted them into some new directions. Elliot had the revelation that he wasn't pushed out of the bedroom window when he was a kid, he jumped himself, which in an odd kind of way has sort of made him feel like he's in control of his destiny a little bit more, and he's got this revitalized, I'm going to take down the Dark Army, White Rose, I'm gonna do this, this is where we're heading. So we'll see. We got the reveal that Angela and Price are daughter and father, and maybe this could lead Price into a redemption arc, or at least a bit more of a human, like less wanting to fuck the entire planet and everyone around him. I was a bit like, I don't know how I feel about this. I still kind of don't. It's just gonna be telling in the season ahead where they go with that. It's got interesting implications, so we'll see if they capitalize on that or not. We didn't really see anything from Tyrell in the last episode, so there's that. So we've got that question mark dangling. What role is he gonna play going forward? We also seemed to get some sort of confirmation that the machine that White Rose is working on, that she wants moving over to the Congo, is some sort of bring people back from the dead time machine. Maybe? It sounds wild, but I've been saying this for, I think, 2 seasons now. I was prepared for some sort of crazy twist to happen, and maybe I'm getting it. It's still a bit of a mystery behind it, whether what's real, what's not real. It seems like they're pretty, like, this is what she's been working on this whole time, this project. Price seems to think that's what it is. Angela's convinced that's what it is, and more to the point, she's convinced it can actually work. So I guess that's gonna be the, I don't know, the MacGuffin, if you like, of the season. The big thing. Is this thing real? Does it actually work? Is that even the point of this? Or if it's just a footnote in everything else that's going on? Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm excited to jump into this season. But before we do, please remember to hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the reaction or the review of the episode that happens afterwards. Remember to subscribe if you do enjoy it. That's the best way to let me know you like it. We want to see more stuff like this, all of that good stuff. And of course, there are links down below for Twitch, Discord, all those fun social places that I also hang out. So if you want to check those out, please do. But let's do this. Let's jump into the last leg of this journey, see what happens, what drama unfolds. I expect this episode will be a lot of setting up the trajectory of this season, but I'm interested. I'm very much hooked in, so let's see what they do.
You're wrong about her project. I know it's possible. I've seen it.
What? You've seen it? When?
And I know how to take it from her.
More heists? We're gonna steal the whole Congo-sized project?
We can expose her. And if you're not gonna help me, I'm gonna do it on my own. And there is nothing you can do or say to stop me.
She seems pretty determined, although something seems to have just stopped her in her tracks. Would your elf eyes see?
You talk like this and I cannot protect you. If you beg, it's the only way out of this, please.
This is the most emotionally attached we've ever seen this man. And that's already a very different vibe to anything previously.
I'm not gonna run.
Who did she see? Is it someone with a gun? Is it a Dark Army person? What? Excuse me. Excuse me. Why do I not believe it? But it just happened. I just saw it happen right in front of me. How? Will this be enough to make him do something, though?
You recruited her and you killed her.
And you let it happen, didn't you?
And then everything I said to her, you are psychotic.
You're certainly not mincing words today.
I love the camera work on this. That really get a sense of his head just completely out of control compared to the rest of the time we've seen him.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Ugh. Well, the stage is set between the two of them. Jesus.
It's October now, so that's 2 more months we'll have to wait.
Mr. Alderson is a good-for-nothing wretch that is not to be trusted.
Oh, monsieur, you needn't worry. Once our project ships, he'll have served his purpose, and then he can be terminated.
I feel like White Rose is, well, kind of obviously over-trusting in Elliot. Well, she doesn't trust him,
Very well, then.
but she's putting a lot of eggs in that particular basket. Oh, we skipping right ahead? Oh, I thought we were going to be, like, building up to the Christmas episode. Like, it was going to be, like, halfway through the season, but there's a Christmas tree. I guess we're skipping ahead. Oh my god, Busey! It's Busey!
Come on, we gotta start wrapping it up.
No.
Tell me you like me.
I like you.
I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh god, Busey! Busey! I'm assuming this is going to be Elliot.
How you doing, Freddy? Not too good? That's okay, I get it.
You trying to get money out of me? Listen.
You obviously don't know me, because if you did, you'd already know I don't give a shit about money.
It's like that first episode. I didn't do it for the money.
I left instructions on how to archive your inbox. Copy the .pst file to the thumb drive.
I'm an attorney, pal. That inbox is full of sensitive client information.
Yeah, no shit. That's what he's after. That's what he wants.
Hello?
This is fucking Elliot just going ham. He said he was going to do it. Not hold him back anymore.
Bring the USB drive to Grand Central.
You know, this isn't just gonna destroy me, it's gonna destroy the people that work for me.
Okay, so they're just a different law firm, I guess. I thought they were like E Corp, or maybe they represent E Corp in some way. I don't know. And the budget must have been way bigger, way bigger on this season that they're going to film in these big locations.
Don't get freaked out. You're being tailed. As far as you're concerned, I'm everywhere.
What does that even mean?
It means I own the entire station.
Who's he got working with him? Who's he got looking at the cameras?
They already know.
Darlene, maybe?
I've been waiting for you on the train.
Wait. Oh, I see. It was Elliot looking at the cameras the whole time. We're just using Mr. Robot as an extension of his will and eyes. Got it. Smart. Smart.
Yeah, first you're gonna give me all the copies of that video you have.
You gonna shoot me in front of all these people?
I mean, it would be a bold play. It would be a bold play.
And then that video will not only be automatically sent to the FBI, but to your wife and kids.
Yeah, you have none of the power here. You really don't.
Do you know who those guys were? The ones who were following me?
Dark Army. Because they're protecting one of your clients.
What client?
White Rose.
What are you
What?
talking about, man?
I need to know how you've been helping them funnel money.
But no, you don't want to fuck with these guys. I mean, these guys are pure evil.
I'm kind of ahead of you on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we all know this already. Thank you for the update. If you hadn't watched the show before, thank you, Busey, for catching us all up.
That's their back.
The reason they even hire peons like me is because I'm willing to look the other way and push the right papers for them.
Yeah.
Small.
Just someone corrupt and easy to manipulate. Makes sense.
I may have a contact in the city. John Garson.
John
Where
Garson.
can I find him?
I don't have the address on me. I gotta go back to my office.
Why do I get the big LA Noire doubt thing playing in my head right now? Cinematography is nuts. It's so cinematic.
If they see us together, we're both dead.
I mean, If something bad happens to Busey, I really do not care. He deserves it. Whenever I see him, he's always playing some shithead. He's always playing a shithead.
I am your only way out of this.
And just how the fuck are you gonna protect me against the Dark Army, huh? Oh. You can't protect me.
No. Clearly not.
Can you?
Clearly he cannot do that. And I don't think he had any intention to.
You need to make it to this fucking corner right now.
Oh no. Oh no, here we go.
Just don't send that video to my kids.
Well, there goes that lead, I guess. He's got a name, but you probably could have got more from him if he could have kept him alive.
Oh, that's not all. After that, you have a meeting with the board. It's more of a meet and greet. Then straight into a meeting with the eCoin engineering team to discuss the new rollout.
This is what you always wanted. This is what you always wanted, Tyrell. Meetings after meetings after meetings. Welcome to that high life, baby.
Most of us here consider you a hero for what you did.
Wonder how he's feeling about all this. Is he... I mean, I assume just still very, very angry over everything, especially his wife and child. And how he's ended up in this situation. Oh no, Dom. Oh no. I'm fascinated where this is gonna go. Like, I just don't think she's gonna roll over and take it. Or should just be like a plumber or something. It's gonna be building up this tension and it's just gonna be a dude doing the sinks. Yep. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh god. Amazing. That was some really cool camera work as well, leading up to that. But she's in a state of absolute paranoia, which is understandable.
I thought we agreed I would vet everyone you hired.
What if he is evil? What if the plumber is evil? Secret evil in the house. Could be a double fake. Oh my god, have they set up shop in Allsafe? Guess if no one has the building, why not? I miss the arcade though, god damn it. The arcade had a vibe that I liked.
I mean, how proud of your life can you be?
We have his address. We should just go. We'll get the info we need there.
I'm trying to look at all these notes if there's any clues. Anything of note.
By next week, White Rose will ship her project. We'll be dead.
It's super close. It's super close. I thought we were going to be building up to this, like I said, but we're right there.
He had it coming. They all do.
They're all not good people. Mr. Robot does seem concerned of this, though. Like, Elliot's meant to be the more empathetic one.
He told me once, you don't take down a conglomerate by shooting them in the heart. Because they don't have hearts. We found their heart.
Money.
You're making it too personal. You're making this about what they did to Angela.
I figured he must know by now what happened, but I guess we didn't get to see the scene of him discovering it. At least not yet.
The more she gets away with this, the worse this gets.
Gotta keep fighting the good fight.
So fuck my feelings.
Playing a dangerous game, Elliot. You gotta remember why you're doing this. Don't get lost in the madness and the anger. Who would have thought we'd see Mr. Robot being the one who's like concerned for his well-being in like such a, I mean, let's just say it in a fatherly way, because that's the face he's wearing.
Where's Flipper?
The landlord took her for the week.
What are you too busy with?
That seemed very odd explanation.
I think I saw Angela.
What? What? Excuse me. Don't be saying things like this.
We talked about this already.
That was a really cool way of showing when he's letting the Mr. Robot take control, because he's like, I can't deal with this. I need you to do this. I need this part of my brain to handle this.
Maybe this is why they never found her body. Maybe she's still alive.
They never found her body. That's key. If there was no body.
This is exactly what you do when shit like this happens. You shut down.
Angela's dead. Do you understand? She's fucking dead. She did this to herself.
Okay, well, slightly concerning. Slightly concerning, Elliot. I mean, partially he's correct in that they need to be focused, and chasing ghosts isn't gonna help. But maybe a little bit too... You know what I mean?
Why didn't you just show her the photo White Rose sent to us?
You mean the one with Angela's brains blown out?
And yet I'm still skeptical. Like, I'm fully expecting Angela to pop back up. I'm fully expecting it. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm the one going nuts.
I have to fill you in if he won't. That's why you're back, isn't it? To help? You gotta be noticing it then, too.
This is wild.
Darlene's right.
Now you're the narrator. Is this the transition that Elliot is becoming more Mr. Robot and Mr. Robot's becoming more Elliot? Like how he's storing bits of his brain?
This does not feel right to me. E-Corp owns the building. And right now, Elliot needs you more than he lets on. We're gonna need a friend. And that's still what you are, right?
Look to the camera. Good job. Good job, show. That was a nice little look.
Delivery for John Garson in apartment 7C.
Alright, let's see who John Garson is. If we even get to see. Maybe it's not even a real person. Who knows? I love that we're getting like an actual, almost like a buddy cop vibe so far. The loose cannon and the level-headed one, but except we can't ever really tell which one's the loose cannon and which one's the level-headed one.
Anybody home?
Scuba? That is a fake frame. This is a fake apartment. No one lives here.
Signal's dead in here. They're jamming it.
It's a trap. It's a trap of some description.
Freddy set us up.
I felt like a setup. I felt like a setup. It felt like a setup. The way he was talking about it on that train, he was like, yeah, there's this guy. This is his name. Trust me. Oh, great. Here's another copyrighted song I will try and edit around. Here we go. We're going to have a set piece here to this song. Oh, there we go. Legs everywhere. Arms everywhere. Another cool one shot. It's a lot of fancy camera work in this episode.
It's not a big deal. It's just promotion at work has been a lot of stress is all.
Yeah, she said you haven't been sleeping and...
Why am I I'm suspect of everyone. I'm suspect of everyone in Dom's life. Everyone could potentially be evil.
But I'm here to talk.
Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her. I don't trust her. Don't trust her.
I need your rest. After all, you have that interview about the Santiago case in the morning.
Yep. I knew it.
Excuse me?
I fucking knew it.
Unless you go to work tomorrow and finish cleaning up Santiago's mess, then I'm gonna be forced to do something very bad to your mother.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere, Dom.
You touch my mom, I will strangle you to death. You understand me?
They're so dedicated to this fucking cause. I don't know what White Rose fucking gives all these people. Money, I guess? I guess they're kind of bought into this idea, this project.
Oh, and would you thank your mom for me for the macaroni?
I do like that the show makes it so abundantly clear that the most non-threatening person could potentially be the biggest threat. I like that they've set that up over the whole show.
Yo, I'm just saying the skullduggery of scientists led us to this point and believe in this.
Darlene's not in a good place, huh? I mean, she was told she is the epitome of all awfulness and bad things in the world last time, so That probably had an effect. And then Angela was shot in the head. Oh yeah, and this is happening. I nearly forgot. He had been just captured and brought back to his own apartment, seemingly.
I've hurt so many people. I have to make this right.
Maybe I was a bit too quick at the end of the last season to say Elliot's in control. His guilt is still riding him hard.
I know all about Cyprus National Bank. Her money's as good as gone.
I mean, that got some attention.
Goodbye, friend.
Oh boy. Are we gonna go to Trip Out City now? I mean, I'm guessing they're trying to overdose him and make it look like he died. That's what they're trying to do. But somehow, I don't think he's gonna die in the first episode. Oh my god, the camera work again! They're doing so many interesting things with the camera. Is that helping? It's a rotary phone. Do you not have to rotate the thingy? I really need to sneeze as well. It's not good.
I just didn't think it was going to be like this.
It's still weird that Darlene isn't part of his imaginary family construct. I mean, he's not dead, okay? He's not dead. You can go to credits as much as you like, show. He's not dead in episode 1. Come on now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh. And he's alive again. It's Price! Oh, Lord. Is this gonna be the team up?
Welcome back, Mr. Alderson.
Enemy my enemy. I think that's where we're gonna go. It's just him sort of showing, hey, this is what I can do to you if you don't work for me, I guess. Apparently there is something at the end of this, so I will wait. Unless that was the thing that's at the end that I needed to wait for. We'll find out. That might have been the thing I needed to wait for. Yes, it was. Okay. Okay, we can talk about it. Let it not be said I don't do my due diligence or don't listen to what people tell me. Okay. Episode 1, Season 4. As expected, it's very much a let's see where everyone's at, where are they inhabiting, what space are they inhabiting, where are they at mentally, where's the story going to go forward. So it kind of just set up all those chess pieces as, like I say, as I was expecting a first episode of a season to do. But that's not to say that it hasn't already started the ball moving in some interesting and unexpected ways. We'll go through it bit by bit as we always do, but you know, right off the top, I mean, it happened right at the start. Angela dying, getting shot in the head. I'm suspect. I'm kind of sat here like, dead? Question mark. And it's already setting up a bunch of, they didn't find a body. Did Darlene see her in the streets or did she not? Or is she just kind of drugged up and doesn't know what she was seeing, and there's this unalive machine in the works. There's a big question mark, basically, so I'm not putting a full stop by it. You know, apparently there was a photo sent to Elliot, and I think we got a flash of it in one of those scenes where it's like a subliminal, like, moment of her brains being shot out, or what remained of her after the fact. I'm not going to commit. I'm not going to commit to her being dead, because I feel like there's too much of a mystery around, well, the show feels like it's making a mystery about her death and the actual circumstances of it, even though we saw it. But we also know apparently there's a machine that can bring people back from the dead potentially. So that throws everything up into the air of what's real, and you know, that's the show's whole thing. What's real, what's not, what can you trust, what can you not trust. That's the whole thing. But overall, it's, like I say, it's setting up a lot of interesting things. So let's go through the episode and see what happened. First things first, as I said, Angela seemingly just shot, point blank range, dead. Didn't see that coming. I am suspect on it. I'm sus. So sus over all of it. But she may just be dead. She may just be dead, and there are just people grasping at straws that maybe she's alive, or there's some mystery around it. I don't know. But like anything in this show, it has taught me to be suspicious of everything. Of everything. What followed, though, was very interesting. Price going into kind of a breakdown. Really interesting camera work showing that. Really seeing Price in a completely different way than we've ever seen him. Like, starting off in this father figure who was like, I want to protect you. We've never seen him in that mindset before. And then following up with, like I say, a breakdown of, what do I do? Is my self-preservation more important, or getting revenge for my daughter more important? Like, there's so much going on in his head in that moment, and the camera work reflected that incredibly. His performance was really good. Like I say, we could be, I don't want to say, I think redemption is too strong of a word for what Price might be going through, but definitely a different angle for him, for sure. Like, he's going to be going down a different path. I don't think it eliminates all his other wants and needs and everything else that's important to him, but it's clear his father nature is there and it's strong and he wants to do something. It's just a matter of, will it hold out? Will it overwrite everything else? I guess that is going to be an arc for his character over this season. So I'm excited to see it. It's something very different, something I didn't expect. And for now, like I was saying, I was worried about what this I Am Your Father was actually going to turn out to be. And for right now, it seems like, hey, I'm kind of here for it. If it means taking this character down a road I didn't expect and to explore that in an interesting way, then I'm here to see it. I'm here to see it. And then we also got the establishment that White Rose is like, yes, I'm putting my eggs in this basket with Elliot because I feel like it's my best possible option, but once it's done, I'm going to get rid of him. But setting the battlefield where our pieces are sort of Price, White Rose, Elliot, where they're standing, and how this could potentially play out. So a good, just initial, fast setup for everything that's going to happen for this season. We then get to Busey. I should say Busey Jr., the younger Busey, who is playing this shithead. He's always playing a shithead. Clearly, I mean, I can't say the word because YouTube doesn't like the word, but he's one of those people. You know what I'm saying with that. You know what I'm saying. No sympathy for him whatsoever, but I was hooked into the mystery of, why is this guy, other than being a shithead, important to Elliot? We slowly get drip fed the information of him being a lawyer. So I'm like, is he an E-Corp lawyer somehow? Or, I mean, maybe Dark Army? And then it slowly gets revealed that it's for the Dark Army. He's responsible for moving money around for them in a way that is, you know, under the table. No one's really paying attention to what he's doing for them. But yeah, the whole sequence, like I said in the reaction, but it feels like there's way more money being spent. And there's way more money. It was so cinematic, and getting to shoot in that location, and just the cinematography, the lighting, all of it, it just looks incredible, this whole sequence. And, you know, is it delivering a lot of like a mystery? There's an element of exposition, but it's all sort of in motion, and you're like hooked into it as it's playing out, and it's just good stuff. And then ultimately it ends in the reveal that, hey, Elliot doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't give a shit. He just wants the information, and he figures that out and ends up shooting himself. But he also gives him a bit of this whole thing that leads him into the situation at the end of the episode, where not only was Busey tied up with the Dark Army, but assumingly also Price, because Price gave him this fake address and fake name as a honey trap to trap whoever it might be, in this case Elliot. Kind of worked out pretty well there for Price, because seemingly Elliot is exactly who he needs for his own gain at this point. But yeah, interesting whole sequence. I really liked how they did it, and I like seeing Busey. Busey's a fun actor, even though he always he's always playing a dickhead. But he's a fun actor to bring in. I really didn't expect to see him in this, but there we go. Good times. Dom is staying with her mother, seemingly. She's been promoted. Obviously, paranoia is rife with how the Dark Army is keeping an eye on her, and rightly so. And I kind of figured it out during the reaction as I was going through. Okay, it kind of makes sense. Like, they threatened her family, so it makes sense that she would want to be close to her family so she can keep an eye on them. But yeah, it's like her whole thing in this episode was just setting up where she's at mentally, because she's still resisting her new role within the Dark Army. Like, she's not happy about it, and she's still got that fire in her to fight against it. She just doesn't know how. She's stuck between a rock and a hard place. So yeah, all kind of a setup to what could potentially happen as we go along. And like I say, I don't think she's going to take this laying down. She's going to fight back somehow, and I'm hoping, dear God, I'm hoping it means we finally get Elliot and Dom teaming up in some way. God, please, God. Give me that. Give me that, God damn it. But it also led to some funny little moments, and who knows, maybe that person coming to do the plumbing in the bathroom was Dark Army. We don't know. This show's done a very good job at setting up the most average looking person doing a normal job could be an assassin in disguise. So naturally, trust no one. So you're very much in their shoes. And again, some great camera work. So much good camera work in this whole episode, as it really is good shit. We then get to another really interesting development. Elliot, having known what's happened to Angela and everything since then, the stress of the situation, it's really interesting how they're handling the Mr. Robot Elliot dynamic in this. Like, Elliot has become so focused on his goal, he may be losing sight of other aspects of himself, and those aspects of himself are sort of dripping into the Mr. Robot persona a little bit. Like, he's storing that part of himself in Mr. Robot, so now Mr. Robot is coming across as the more level-headed and empathetic to a degree, sympathetic to a degree, even to the point that he is now the one addressing us, the audience, whereas Elliot has closed himself off from that because he's so hyper-focused on what he's doing, and he's becoming more what we'd expect to see from Mr. Robot. Is a really interesting take, and how to shake things up a little bit and keep it interesting, and giving both the actors a different way to play their characters, which is fun. Like, getting to see Rami Malek having the more like direct approach style, and now having Christian Slater having a more gentle touch. It's fun. It's a fun way to, like, everything I say, make everything feel fresh and different. And it also kind of crucially sets up Elliot's arc for the season, like, because by the end of the last season, he kind of felt like, well, where does Elliot go from here? He feels like he's in control. He knows what he wants to do. How do we make that interesting for a whole other season? And here we are. This is how we do it. We sort of show that he's losing a bit of himself, or at least storing a bit of himself that made him him. And after the conversation we had in the last episode about Mr. Robot being Elliot still, like having a piece of him, and vice versa, Mr. Robot is a piece of Elliot, and we're clearly playing with that here by shuffling the pieces around a little bit and, like, say, subverting what you'd expect from each of them. So yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm interested to see where that goes. And I really like some of the transitions here, where there's a really good one when Darlene came in to talk about Angela in the street, and showing Darlene is not in her right mind either. But there was a great moment where Elliot was talking to her, and as she starts speaking, Elliot's just like, I can't deal with this right now. I have nothing I can say. And he just walks off frame, and then Mr. Robot comes into frame. Just so subtly done. Like, it's just a, it's a stage direction, and it just conveys it perfectly. It's such a simple thing to do, and it works so well. Speaking of Darlene, she's not in a good place. Turning to the drugs, all of this stuff. Like I say, she was, last time we saw her, she was told she's the worst person on the planet, so that's clearly had an effect, and everything else. And with the Angela death, that's clearly eating away at her, so set up her, or what path she's on at the minute, so hopefully she can get out of that and find the hope that she needs to reset, and hopefully Elliot can help her and all of that stuff. So, like I say, lots of setup stuff. Again, interested to see where that goes. We then had Dom dealing with a lady who turned out to be Dark Army. Again, we've had this a lot now, where the people where you're like, there's no way that person's in the dark. Oh, yep, they are. Yes, they are. It's just an extension of that, which is great. Like I say, I love that. I love that they've established this, like, thing where anyone can be a threat. Anyone could be a threat. It's a little bit John Wick 3, where anyone can be an assassin. It's a little bit of that, but it's fun. I like it. It's It's a fun way of making your characters who you care about feel trapped even when they're out in the wide open space. It's like, I can't trust anyone. I can't trust anyone. And then ultimately the whole thing, the honey trap, all of this led up to Price seemingly grabbing hold of Elliot. And like I say, it feels like an enemy of my enemy kind of moment. Like, Price wants revenge for Angela. He knows that the one person who can probably help do that is Elliot, and Elliot would, you know, be on board with that. It's just a matter of where that goes, what Price actually wants. Will he push Elliot somewhere that's dangerous? Like, all of these questions. So many questions. But like any good episode 1 to a season, it hooked me in. I'm ready for the journey. It's going to be crazy, I think. It's going to go to some crazy places, but like I say, I'm here for it. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm very... but like specifically, I'm just really excited to see where these characters are going. The story can go anywhere. Like, I'm fully prepared for the story to go to some wild places. It's like, I think they're really just not going to hold back this season in terms of big ideas for the story. But what I'm really invested in is these characters, how they're going to develop, where they're going to go, and what their role in all of this will end up being. And obviously the ending, whatever this ending is. And like we talked about last episode, I know people have told me that this whole show was constructed around the end point. So that makes me very interested to see what the ending is. Does it work? Is it a satisfying ending? Or is it going to be a kind of make of it what you will kind of ending? I have no idea. But this initial setup, like I say, makes me interested for where it could go. So yeah, I'm here for it. I'm excited. Good shit. Good production all around. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up. Helps me know you liked it. Helps it get seen by more people. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this episode. Were you excited for season 4? That also helps the algorithm. The algorithm. The mighty algorithm with comments and stuff. So please do that. And subscribe. You know, all the things. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you on the next one.